Have you ever watched a movie and wondered if the actors' chemistry was just acting, or if something real was happening behind the scenes? What if I told you that the tragic love story in Somewhere in Time wasn't just fiction, but was actually mirrored in real life by its stars? Today, we're diving into the untold story of Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeve, and how their real-life romance during the filming of Somewhere in Time was just as heartbreaking as the movie itself. If you're a fan of this classic film, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Let's explore how life imitated art in one of the most hauntingly beautiful ways. Somewhere in Time is a film that has captured the hearts of audiences for decades. It's a story about love that transcends time, with Christopher Reeve playing Richard Collier and Jane Seymour as Elise McKenna. But what many people don't know is that the love story on screen was more than just acting. It was a reflection of what was happening when the cameras stopped rolling. Let's set the scene. It's 1979, and the cast and crew have gathered on Mackinac Island, a picturesque spot in Michigan, to film this romantic drama. Both Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour were single at the time. From the very first days of filming, there was an undeniable spark between them. Their chemistry was so strong that even some of the crew noticed. It wasn't just the scripted lines or the romantic settings. It was the way they looked at each other, the way they laughed together, and the way they seemed to forget the world around them.
Is it you? Is it?
Yes.
Jane and Christopher would spend as much time together as possible away from the rest of the cast. Christopher even kept a private plane on the island. On weekends, the two would fly to Canada, escaping the pressures of filming and the watchful eyes of Hollywood. These trips became their little getaways, a chance to be themselves and let their feelings grow. Jane Seymour has spoken about this time in interviews. She described how she and Christopher fell deeply in love. It wasn't just a fling or a passing attraction. It was something real, something that felt as if it could last forever. They were both at a point in their lives where they were open to love, and the magic of the movie seemed to spill over into their real lives.
We were madly in love and life was wonderful. We were both single. It was a fantastic, amazing experience. We loved this movie. We loved everything about it. The crew, everyone were great friends. It was wonderful. And but we didn't let anyone know. So a few of the people who worked on the show kind of sussed it out, but we were as subtle as we could be about it.
But just like in the movie, fate had other plans. As filming neared its end, something happened that would change everything. Christopher Reeve received news that would break up the budding relationship. He learned that a former girlfriend was pregnant with his child. She had kept the pregnancy a secret from him until that moment. This revelation came just before the filming of the movie's most tragic scene. If you've seen Somewhere in Time, you'll remember the moment when Richard Collier finds the penny and is suddenly ripped away from Elise McKenna. It's a scene filled with heartbreak and loss. What most viewers don't know is that the pain and sadness you see on screen were very real for both actors. Jane Seymour later explained that Christopher told her about the pregnancy just before they filmed that scene.
And then one day I came into work on one of the biggest scenes in the movie, which I won't give away for the people that don't know, very intense movie in which, a moment in which I had to ask him a lot of questions about his life. And basically point out he's wearing the wrong clothes, things like that. Anyway, just before that, Chris had an earlier call, and I came in about half an hour later, and they said, Chris needs to talk to you about something. I thought, that's really odd. We've had a long time to talk about things, so what could it be? And it was that he was about to have a baby, and that his ex-girlfriend hadn't told him, and she just announced it to the world. So I then had to put my big girl pants on, and when I watched that scene, I can literally see the tears coming halfway up my eyeballs, and I just kept saying, you can't cry, you can't cry, you can't cry, you're happy. Elise is really, really happy right now. So anyway, the good part of the story is that Chris went on to have these two beautiful children, and We met one another on many occasions. We remained really, really close friends, literally till the day he died. And I have to believe that I will one day see him somewhere in time.
She said that the emotions you see, the tears, the sense of loss, were not just acting. They were living through their own heartbreak in that moment. Even though their romance ended, the memories stayed with her. And for fans of Somewhere in Time, knowing this story adds a whole new layer of meaning to the film. The parallels between the movie and real life are almost uncanny. In the film, Richard and Elise are torn apart by forces beyond their control. In real life, Jane and Christopher face their own impossible situation. Both stories are about love, loss, and the choices we make. It's a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful love stories are also the most tragic. If you watch Somewhere in Time now, knowing what happened behind the scenes, you might see the film in a new light. The longing, the heartbreak, the sense of time slipping away, it's all there, both on screen and in real life. It's a testament to the power of love and the pain that can come when life gets in the way. So next time you watch Richard and Elise say goodbye, remember that you're not just seeing a performance. You're witnessing a real moment of heartbreak between two people who loved each other deeply. It's a story that reminds us all that love is never simple, and that sometimes the most unforgettable romances are the ones that don't have a happy ending. What do you think about this real-life love story? Did you know about the connection between Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeve before? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. If you want more behind-the-scenes stories from your favorite movies, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. The story of Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeve is a reminder that sometimes life really does imitate art. Their romance was as beautiful and as tragic as the one they brought to life on screen. Somewhere in Time isn't just a movie about love lost. It's a piece of real history, captured forever on film. Thank you for watching. And remember, the most powerful stories are often the ones that are true.